XFJ830 M27 Time evidence. What evidence can support irreversible time? Once provenance, authentication, and scientific evidence are understood, XFJ830 moves to a more specific question. What evidence can support the irreversible time carried by a physical object? This is the research question behind time evidence. Time evidence does not simply mean this object is old. It asks, what evidence supports its history? Can that evidence be documented? Can independent researchers examine it? Can it remain available for future review? Different forms of evidence may contribute. Physical evidence, historical records, scientific analysis, provenance records, archival documentation. No single form necessarily answers every question. The XFJ830 research path therefore connects physical object, time carrier, evidence, documentation, verification, preservation, future re-examination. This creates an important distinction. Age information verified duration. A date, document, photograph, or historical claim can provide information about the past. Scientific analysis may provide additional evidence. But XFJ830 asks whether these different forms of evidence can be connected to the study of an irreversible physical history. The objective is not to produce one number and declare, this is the value of its time. Instead, the objective is to establish whether the evidence is strong enough for the associated duration to remain open to independent examination. The key questions become, what happened? What evidence remains? What can be verified? What remains uncertain? Can future researchers examine the evidence again? This distinction becomes especially important when AI can reproduce appearances and reconstruct historical scenes. A representation can be recreated, but the physical time already experienced by the original object cannot simply be generated again. XFJ830 therefore proposes generated representation versus verified physical history. Importantly, XFJ830 does not claim that every physical object automatically establishes verified duration. The research question is what evidence, methods, documentation, preservation, and independent examination would be required. Time is not verified because it is described. It becomes a research subject when evidence allows its history to remain open to examination. The next question follows. If verified duration can be supported by evidence, when can it become meaningful as a time asset? XFJ830 official website, www.xfj830.com. XFJ830 Time Evidence Time Carrier Verified Duration Time Research.